I want you to really begin to focus on what is that thing that keeps you right, that keeps you from stepping out on faith. There is, as I said, right, a direct fear. There's a direct thing that is keeping you, all right, that is keeping you from stepping out on faith. And then it's different for different folks. For some folks, it's the the fear of not having enough resources. All right. For some folks, it is the fear of uh, looking like a failure if it doesn't work. For some people, it's the fear of it not working. For some folks, I watched a movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I watched it the other day, and so I have it in mind, and I want to share it with you all. But um, it's Coach Carter, right? Coach Carter is the movie, and in Coach Carter, he acts a particular young man, Cruz, I think is his name. He says, Cruz, he says, what is your greatest fear, right? What is your greatest fear? And the boys, they struggle to figure it out, right? They struggle to understand what it is that he is asking them. But somewhere throughout this movie, all right, they finally figured out. Cruz finally figures it out, right? And and he says that he quotes the poem, right, that says our greatest fear, right, our greatest fear is not that we are and I'm gonna just have to read it for you all. There it is. I found it. All right. I just wanted to make sure I have this because it says our deepest fear or our greatest fear is not that we are. Yeah, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, right? Not our darkness that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous, right? Actually, the question you should be asking, and the poem just says, actually, you are actually, who are you not to be? All right. So I want to encourage you, and that's not the full poem, but that's just a portion of it. I want to encourage you. I want to encourage somebody out there today. You have to get to a place to where you step out of fear, right? You have to step out of fear and you have to begin to trust God and begin to know that God put this thing within you. He put this dream, this vision, he put this idea, he put it on the inside of you. The purpose and the point of him putting it inside of you is because he has planned. He told Jeremiah, glory to God. He told Jeremiah, he said, Jeremiah, I know the plans that I think towards you. Right at a time when Jeremiah maybe was struggling with what he was supposed to be doing, was struggling with his calling, was having wrestling with his own fears and his own doubts, having his own questions about his place in life and all of that. God spoke this thing, right? He spoke to Jeremiah 29:11. He said, "For I know the thoughts that I think towards you. They are thoughts of good." The other translation says, "For I know the plans that I have for you. They are plans of good and not of evil. They are plans to prosper you and to bring you to an expected end." So I want to take a moment just to encourage you. Don't be afraid of your success because, see, ultimately, that's what a lot of people come down to, or that's what it comes down to for a lot of people is that they find themselves, right? They find themselves afraid or fearful, not because of that they may fail, not fearful that, but they are afraid of their success. That's what it boils down to. So many times, so many folks become afraid of their success. They begin to worry. Well, if I get successful, will folks still, will? And we can listen. We cannot allow any type of fear, the fear of success, the fear of friends turning away from us, the fear of failure, the fear of there is no room for fear. And I told y'all this year, and especially this month, if nothing else, I want to take time to encourage you to break free from fear and to step out on faith, because it is your faith that will get you to that place that you've been dreaming about, the place you've been desiring. It is faith, not fear. And so long as you have fear, you will be crippled. So long as you have fear, then you're going to be blind. And so long as you have fear, you're going to be, like that. Listen, let's look at and think about the man who was by the pool of Bethesda. Jesus said to the man, "Wilt thou be made whole?" And he had all of his excuses. He had all of these things going on and happening in his life. And it was not until, right? It was not until he let go of all of those excuses. And many of us make excuses because we are fearful. We make excuses because we are afraid. And because we are afraid, we make these excuses and we say, well, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't meant to happen for me, or maybe this ain't and we have so many excuses. And those excuses, they stem from your fear. And I want to just take time today to encourage you to let go of fear. You've got to let go of fear. And you've got to step out on faith, because it is in your faith. It is in your faith that you will be like restored, that you'll be made whole. It is in your faith that you will reach the place that God has for you. So let me just take a moment, if you will, just to encourage you. You listen, you've got to learn how to step out on faith. Step out of fear. Step out on faith. I'm going to read this poem for you in its entirety. But it says this: our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not, I want you to see this, it is not just in some of us. I'm going to say that one more time. It is not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And I was about to say delivers, but it's the same: liberates, delivers. And that was written by Maureen Williamson. All right, Maureen Williamson. And so I want to encourage somebody out there today. Don't shrink down. Don't hide your light. Don't dim your light just because you're afraid of shining bright, or because you're afraid of offending someone. People are going to be bothered by every single thing you do. They're bothered when you don't shine. They're bothered when you do shine. So why not shine bright? All right? All right, friends, we're going to deal with this a little bit more on tomorrow. But for now, I want to play this song, right? I want to play another song just to encourage your heart and your minds. This one is by none other than KCJ. All right, KCJ, and it's entitled Let It Be Known right here on I Am Encouraged Radio.